Hi, this is Judy from Fox Cities Quilt Company, and this is Sunday from the Sewing Room. Today I want to talk to you about the importance of reading a pattern before you get started with your project. I love to jump right in because I get so excited about a new project, but I have found as the years go by and I get better and learn more methods of doing things, that it's always better to read your pattern first. And I'm going to show you what I mean. First of all, I want to say that people who write patterns are amazing, and they are giving you instructions on what they feel will help you easily create the project. But I have also found that when you get your own knowledge base and as you go on, you have a knowledge base that might be easier for you. So what's easy for me or easy for the pattern maker may not pertain to you. So keep in mind that when I show you what I'm talking about. So the first pattern that I got, I wanted to talk to you about this pattern here to make this block. In the pattern, they told me to cut these pieces individually. So they had me cut 4 2.5-inch squares. And then so this one and this one together and this one and this one to create a 4-patch. That's not what I did. I made strip sets of this red and cream, and I made strip sets of this red and cream and cut them to the width that I needed, pressed to the dark, and I made this 4-patch. I like that method because, first of all, it's not so much cutting, and second of all, I feel like I don't have to be concerned about every single seam allowance because I've got the seam allowance right once. So that's that one. The next one I want to talk to you about is this pattern where I'm making a total of 360 half square triangles. That's a lot of half square triangles. So let me talk to you about the different methods of making half square triangles and the things that work for me. So I went through and I read the entire pattern. The pattern is telling me to cut squares, draw a line on each side, or draw a line in the middle, and then sew a 1/4 inch on each side and cut diagonally. So that is one method. The other method is to use these triangle papers. These are a great method too, and they help you make accurate triangles, but you still have to layer your two sides together. You're going to sew on the solid line or sew on the dotted lines. It's still a lot of stitching, and you have to pin this paper to your fabric, and then in the end you still have to tear all that paper off. So for me, that was, and my method, that was a lot of sewing, a lot of taping, or a lot of pinning, and I still got to take that paper out. So to me, that was time consuming. The other method is you can still do the drawing the diagonal the old-fashioned way, and I would use my block lock ruler. I like making half square triangles with my block lock ruler, depending on how many I have to make, because you get the most accurate half square triangles ever with this block lock ruler. So that's another method. The method that I chose to use, because it was 360 half square triangles, I chose to use my strip tube ruler. I've shown you this ruler in the past, and what it did for me is in one strip, I was able to create 16 half square triangles using 2 seams. So this is the method that I chose to do. I also had to do a little bit of math to figure out how wide I should make my strip sets, and I found out that I ended up saving 5 inches of fabric. With that 5 inches of fabric, I can still make more half square triangles, and I can make something pretty spectacular depending on how you orient your half square triangles. And I think with all of the leftover fabric, because I really love these colors, that I think I'm going to make probably a table runner or maybe a bed runner to go with this quilt that I am making. So that's my tip today, is read your pattern first, go into your knowledge base of how to make something, and use your knowledge base to make it as simple as possible for you. This is Judy from Fox Cities Quilt Company. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.